Hey there, welcome back to Hiking for Health California. Today I'm going to do a little quick five on food, kind of reviewing not so much a specific food, but almost reviewing a company, a brand that is at least available in my area. Again, all I can do is what's around me. I don't have a budget to travel back east or to the south or up into the real north and say, oh yeah, in this region they have this. I wish I had that kind of budget. That would be fantastic. I'd love to do it, but I don't have that. So all I can do is go by what's going on here. And in my area, we have available in several stores this company called Tasty Bite. And again, when I do reviews like this is a review. I am not sponsored. I have not been given anything. I bought these myself in the store, so nothing was given to me for free. I'm not here endorsing the product. I am reviewing it as I have used it on several backpacking trips and several hiking, day hike trips and things like that. So we're going to go over how well it worked out for hiking. Because again, these kinds of things are not designed as backpack food. So if I say it's not a good backpack food, I'm not saying that the company is bad or necessarily the product is bad. I'm just saying that, hey, I tried it for backpacking, it didn't work out. Or, hey, I tried it for backpacking and it worked really good. In this case, so far, these things have worked pretty well. I used one of these on the Lost Coast Trail. I've used a whole bunch of these on some basic day trips that I was taking and things like that. They work out really well. And the thing that I like about them is you know, they're kind of, a lot of these are Indian style food, so it's a little different. Something you don't necessarily get very much in backpacking food and in hiking food and things like that. Is this kind of interesting taste and stuff. Unless you know where to look, you know, it's, you know, you can't find the dehydrated stuff and things like that. And so there, right there, you've got a little bit of variety there in your diet, which, you know, I really think variety is indeed the spice of life. It's really good if you get that kind of thing going for your meals and stuff, backpacking. It's just good for the soul to have different, good for your mental outlook too, to have different things that you're eating, not the same thing all the time. Some people like the same thing all the time and they're totally cool with it. That's awesome. I don't know, it's just been my experience that a lot of hikers I hike with, and myself included, the same thing all the time kind of starts weighing on you, not necessarily physically but mentally. Yeah, and it could just kind of like, you know. So yeah, as you can see, I've got vegetable korma, vegetable tikka masala, Bombay potatoes. This one particularly I used on the Lost Coast Trail. It was my first meal of the trip. It was really good. I was tired after doing the first beach walk and realizing, oh my gosh, this trail is going to kick my butt a little bit and stuff like that. I didn't have to eat it up. That was one of my first non-stove meals I ever did backpacking and things like that. Very tasty, so I'll say that right up there. I give it 4 out of 5 stars for taste, for variety, and for convenience. These are pretty well packaged, and you can even package them down even smaller to bring them with you and things like that. If you're not going stoveless, these can be heated up. You could actually boil water and then put this pack itself into the boiling water to heat it up, or you could pour it into a mug or something like that. Whatever your cooking pot is, you can pour it into your cooking pot and heat it up that way. So it can be heated and things like that, or they are ready to eat cold. That's one thing you need to check before you do any kind of stuff like this, is make sure. There are some packages like this that look pretty good but the package will say heat before eating. You can't eat it raw. There's something going on in there. A lot of these vegetable dishes like this that are vacuum sealed like this should be okay, but always check first, okay? So these you can eat cold. They are ready to eat whether you heat them or not. I didn't have any trouble with the texture. They're really good. The drawback I have on these that takes a star away, and again, these are not designed to be backpacking food, so it's just the way it is, but these are not dehydrated. So if you're on a long backpack trip, you're not going to carry a lot of these. Like I said, Lost Coast Trail, I carried one. I carried this particular flavor with me, and it was the first thing I ate for dinner that night. I was done with that because that took weight out of my pack and things like that. So I wouldn't use it for longer backpack trips. Day hikes, they're fantastic because, again, they're ready to go. You don't have to heat them if you don't want to and things like that. If you do want to cook, they can be done. So I give them pretty much, let's say for day hikes, and if you're a stoveless backpacker, I'll give them 4 out of 5 stars. Taking a star away because they are not dehydrated. They are constituted, and so they have weight to them. If you're a stoveless backpacker and things like that, if you're more into the long distance backpacking and things like that, probably only 3.5 stars, right? Because yeah, they're heavy, and you're not going to be able to carry much of them, so they're not going to be much use for them. But I like the different flavors they have, and they come packed up pretty well and easy to use. So there you go, as close to 5 minutes I can get it on the Tasty Bite various meal packs that you can find, at least here in California, in most grocery stores.